All right, guys, today is the 12th of February 2026. We are just 5 days away from the Chinese New Year, and basically, Gong Xi Fa Cai to everybody. Now, Crazy Global Market Talk with Cal, crazy anytime, anywhere. Now, today we have more fundamental to cover, so stay tuned. We will have at least 30-35 minutes of session. But before that, disclaimer apply as usual. Do make sure you do your risk management accordingly. Yeah? Okay, let's go to the fundamental first to begin with. Fundamental. Let's go. Okay, so first of all, we have a crazy Nikkei breaching 58,000 for the first time. Oh my God, really? I mean, Nikkei was trading at 20,000 for the longest of time, about 5-6 years ago. And then after that, because of the way their monetary policy, similar to US, it changed everything. Everybody dumped their money to the stock market. And then, of course, Warren Buffett coming in to buy so much Japanese shares. And he said this, no matter how, no worry, just buy and hold, and he's perfectly spot on once again. Okay, that's why I really hands down, all right, onto him. Okay, the tariff has soared to about 300%, while US await for the Supreme Court decision. Now, this is going to be a make or break. Of course, if the Supreme Court says that it's legal, things will be even better. But the Supreme Court say no, there will be an issue here. Yeah, so we need to be careful on that. Now, the January job was better than expected, so I was wrong. I was looking at 50,000, yeah, slightly better, not as high as the forecast, but it came out double. Oh my God, okay, so not too sure where the numbers come from. And because of that, the Dow Jones was up initially, and then it came back down. Interesting, yeah, as usual. So let's go into the details. So Dow snapped 3 days of winning streak as excitement over the strong jobs report fizzled out. Interesting. So basically, the general report was good, okay? It was good. It came out 130,000 jobs, okay? While the market was only calling for 50,000, 55,000. Mine was 50,000. The market 55, but the statistic came out 130,000. Do understand this. This was a revised number to 48,000. Very interesting. And the unemployment data also landed at 4.3%, which is a bit lower than the 4.4. Okay. So you're telling me now US is doing very well right now? Interesting. Okay. So is that the reason why the Dow is going up right now? Okay. It's all possible. But the thing is this, I have my own doubt. I'll share with you later. But then again, we follow the numbers, the official numbers. And because of that, the treasury yields went up initially. Then after that, it pulls back. Yeah. Because now the chance of a Federal Reserve cutting interest rate has basically the odds of it happening has gone even lower. And that means that, right, the market now has not many catalysts to push it up. And that's the reason why the market basically came off, yeah? All right, so we have some selling in the AI sector, which is like Salesforce, ServiceNow, the iShare expanded technology software sector ETF down by 2%, basically down almost 30% from the high, so basically entered bear territory. But of course, other counters that is those doing quite well. We have Vertiv and also Caterpillar, GE, Vernova, and Aton. All right, so these are some companies that are doing well. Now, of course, we have the Japan Nikkei continue to surge after the post-election rally. And this is really incredible for Nikkei. I'll cover that later in our technical chart. Then, of course, we have the US payroll. I covered this. And the thing is this investor in Edison, he is buying more Peloton. All right, so you can take a look on this counter. Now, Heineken apparently slashed 6,000 jobs in the AI productivity saving, right? Because now obviously AI is in the market, so they can cut down people. So I mean, seeing a lot of jobs being cut away due to AI. So I don't know where this job 130,000 came from the US market. Later we'll know lah. Usually they'll tell you the revised number. All right, for today, we have the, this is yesterday. Hold on, let me refresh the screen. Apology. Okay, hold on a minute. Let me refresh, coming in. Okay, it's refreshing now, the filter. Okay, we have the initial jobless claims coming in at 20. The target, the last time was 231,000. This time now at 222,000. So expected to be also the same level, lower. Yeah. And then tomorrow, what do we have? Tomorrow, we have the CPI data, which is expected to be the same number. So that should hold the market unless something change. Now, this is a chart that I want you to take a look. But before that, let me bring to you to Microsoft first. Microsoft share yesterday pulls back, as you can see. It was upright. It came back down to 391, but then it went up to 418. But yesterday came off. And you realize that the media didn't cover that, yeah? Interesting, as usual, yeah? So they cover what they want to cover. So yesterday, the Microsoft share is down by 2%. So basically, in my opinion, this is going to go down still to 367. I think this will happen for the Microsoft shares, or 367, 368, yeah? Okay, so that's Microsoft for you. Apple also hit a rooftop. All right. Hey, wait a minute. Where's my share price? It was okay earlier. Things happen for a reason. Okay, surging up. Okay, so not too sure. Come on. Okay, here we go. Apple shares basically went up first to $275 yesterday. 280 to be precise. 280, then went up to 280, fell to stay above, back down to 275, slightly higher. But we are at actually a pretty overbought situation for Apple. Now the VIX, although has came off, it was a bit higher earlier, but came off, but you can see it's definitely moving upwards, yeah? So I believe there's a matter of time this may happen, okay? So of course, the common grounds we have been seeing is about 28 level. So if anything go crazy, it can go 40. So I think there's a chance to see this 2840 by later of this month, or maybe early next month, yeah? So something that I am actually watching in the market right now. Okay, so why am I having these worries? Of course, you may say, Cal, you've been pessimistic for a while. Well, let's take a look. I mean, you look at the numbers, it's not really good at all. Okay, so let's take a look, yeah? First of all, this is the Dow Jones to gold ratio since 1929, 1973, 2008, and of course now. In 1929, we all know that we have the financial crisis, the big one, the Great Depression. In 1973, we also saw the similar thing, the Great Depression. In 2008, we also saw the Great Recession in a way for Lehman Brothers and friends. So what made you think that this time now ain't the same? Now, some people say that this Dow Jones to gold ratio is no longer valid because the gold has went crazy, so it doesn't make sense here itself. Now, I don't buy that. I really don't buy that. I think really this is going to manifest. All right. And the thing is this, if you can look carefully, the whole thing really exploded only in the later part of the year. And the thing is this, I suspect that we're going to see this really happening from maybe April, okay, onwards, or October onwards, okay? It's either April or October, either one, okay? That you'll see the impact of the selling. So all these things is up to you as an individual to go and decide. My job is to search for you all this information, and then you decide whether you want to use or don't use, okay? I mean, I'm not here to promote anything here. I'm not being a negative person, but I'm just telling you that just be careful. You should buy low next time. When the price come down, we buy, okay? Now we don't want to buy at a high price, yeah? Okay, next thing I'll show to you. Okay, hold on. Yeah, hold on. Okay, the big bankruptcy has been ongoing. Big companies are filing bankruptcy. This is not a good sign. And of course, yesterday on Fox TV, someone said that the job report will be horrific, but of course it didn't came back in. In fact, it was good. So you can see that even analysts get it wrong. Now, of course, in 1840s, 1920s, and 1980s, we have all the craziness market. So now we are also facing the same. Would that be a different? Well, if for you decide. Now, this chart is very interesting. It's a common chart, which I used to use, whereby you have the momentum versus the RSI. So what you see on the S&P 500, we can see that it's a wedge formation that's moving in an uprising momentum. So we have the momentum that's going down. We have the RSI going down. So usually two things will happen. One, the market really crashed. That is what expected to happen. Two, the market will fly up to the sky when the momentum goes up. and the RSI go up. So again, it's a chicken and egg. So you see short come first, yeah? So I think, in my opinion, with the P ratio now so high and very little room to go higher, I think the first one will happen first, yeah? So I expect the market to pull back first. Then after that, we have the big rally. Okay, so I'm gonna clear my screen first. I think this will happen, and then we have a big rally. Okay, so this is my personal view on the market, but it's up to you to decide, yeah? Because the fundamental really doesn't show that the US economy is doing very well, even though we have so many bankruptcy running in, we have so many people losing their job, the company shutting down. But because the Dow Jones and everybody is being pushed out, the liquidity is heavily there. We know that Warren Buffett, we know that um, this Federal Reserve, although they say one thing, but they are still doing another thing. They just been pumping a lot of liquidity into the market. Yeah. All right. So it's for you to decide. You let me know what you think in the comment box, or you can actually text me in the group chat. Yeah. Now the other thing to take note is this one here. We have this a very interesting chart called the market crash indicator. You can actually go to find me to download this. Go to Twitter, find my name. All right, and then you can just download this. All right, this is a very interesting chart whereby you have the indicator very similar to the SPX ratio versus Dow Jones. And when you have a spike upwards itself, we do see the stock market coming down. Okay, so this is quite interesting. You can take a look on this. So just be careful. You are given the advice, so up to you to decide. Yeah. Okay, so we have that. So guys, if you're interested to find more about the chart I showed earlier, just go to find me on Twitter or X, all right, and crazii.com. Okay. All right, so let's look at the market today. Let's look at the gold right now, the gold market. Okay, so gold today is trading upwards at the moment, downwards to be precise based on OP, yeah, okay. The OP this morning is 5084. The MLP is 5053. So basically, the market basically has a very strong support at MLP, but below OP is always a sell. But because the KSI is green, the KCX is black, so we are expected to buy from the bottom. Now, one thing to note, guys, if you look carefully, entire screen here, this entire chart, yeah? Now, this entire chart shows a very key point is that the KSI is all the way green. So every time you see the market sell down, you notice that the buying will come in from the bottom. So either from the KTR -3 or your MLP or your pivots and stuff like that. So this morning, same thing. The gold came down first because under the pressure of the pivot 2, below OP, below pivot 2 is always a sell, which the market have shown you. But of course, there's a strong KCL here at 5059. Okay, so again, KCL, yeah? I'm going to put it in 5059. Now, KCL, we didn't cover much in the class because it's a very simple thing to do. Just follow the number. So as long as the market stays above this number, you are a buyer. Below the number, you are a seller. It's just as simple as that. It's very similar to diamond line. Okay, so the blue line is 5059. Okay, so now let's enter the 5-minute chart to see how can we trade the 5-minute. All right, so this morning, the opening price was about 5084, okay? And then gold shoot up. Now, what made me sell gold this morning was because when the gold failed to go to KTR +1. Now, it's very simple. You have the MA support, opening price support, KSI, KCX, MLP, all supporting the buy, right? So when the market's supposed to have a supporting factor, it's supposed to touch KTR +1 rather easily. So when the market failed to touch KTR +1, I know that we have in trouble. And the moment I notice the market goes down below OP, I just sell the market despite the KSI was green, sorry. And then after that, very fast, the next 5 minutes, we see the market going down to KTR -1. Okay, so now everybody take a look here. This is crazy. Look at the way it closed on this particular candle. The candle closing no more, no less, exactly a KTR -1, as if that the market actually know the existence of KTR -1. That is the power of crazy. And look at it, the next kind, the KCL, right? This KCL. Now, KCL, as you can see, the market supported it as if that they know this guy exists. This is really insanity, all right? So when the market is actually here, you can see the KSI was red. So below OP is a sell. But you notice this, the selling is really very difficult. The market just come down a bit, rebounded, come down a bit, rebounded. So that is a very clear chance that there's some buying forces. And when the KSI came green, the boys buys up, and now we are actually slightly above the KCL level. Okay, so now how do we expect to do this? Now KTR -1 has been given, so it's done deal. KTR -2, not done deal. This morning in my market analysis, I did tell you that I suspect we'll see KTR -2, and I think that it may happen in the later part, yeah? Okay, so traders, you can watch out for this. Now, if the market do break OP, then definitely we're going to see 5104 here. So you want to put a buy stop here itself. You want to fight the market, you can try, or you can buy from the bottom to go up, also possible, yeah? So 5104 will be the first technical level. Now the downside is 5043. So I think that the market may see 5043 first. Then maybe in the afternoon or evening, we can see the 5104. All right, that's my personal take if you ask me, yeah? My personal take. Okay, so that is done for the gold market. Let's look at Dow Jones now. Now, Dow Jones basically has a very interesting reversal double top at here, and it's trying its best. That is a KCL. Remember the KCL at 50107. So let's try and put the KCL in again. You see my point here. Okay, so KCL 50107. That's KCL. I put it there. Voila, you can see already, right? Interesting, huh? KCL triggered this morning. KSI green, KCX black. So we do have some supporting ground. So we move the chart back to a 5-minute chart, and you will see the KCL at work, yeah? Okay, so this morning, the market open price again shoot up first, came down, and then you can see the market hovers at the KCL, and it was hovering because the boys were selling, but the moment the boys came to buy instead, oh my God, immediately it shoot up. The first resistance is MLP in this case, because that is where the nearest is, and now it's hovering around the MLP. So if the market do actually goes up again, it will be testing the first KCB. And after that, the next target itself is going to go all the way up here. Okay, so this is what happened for the Dow. So the Dow, we can see the 50,000. Sorry, hold on a minute. $50,255 is the first target for KCB. The first KTR will be 50,310. Okay, so the Dow now is staying exactly at MLP, fighting its ground. Only if the market breaks below OP and the KCL, then we have some serious selling to 49,934, because that is the KTR -1. All right, so guys, watch out for this. This is the Dow Jones for the market, yeah? Okay, so that is the Dow. Let's move to the next market, and that will be the NASDAQ. Now, NASDAQ today is the DJDD, Doji Directional Day. So it's either up first, then down, or down first, then up. Okay, usually this will happen. Okay, so this morning, not very clear yet, not much signal. So this morning, we saw the market coming down to MLP, rejected, supported by the pivot 2, beautiful, because the boys are buying, the big distributors are also buying. So everything looks okay on the surface, but we can see that there's some strain ongoing right now. All right, the thing is this, let me just show you the 5-minute chart, be easier. DJDD means the market go directional. Yeah, today there's a very high chance to make some money if you want to do that. Okay, so what we have here, All right, so this morning, beautiful. Look at how beautiful is the thing here. The Nasdaq opens here and didn't go above OP, red candle, you sell. The first target was MLP given, and then after they go down. Now look at where the craziness, look at the support. Oh my God. Look at the low of the Nasdaq and our number over here. This is absolutely crazy. How on earth did the market knows that there is a pivot 2 in the market? And no more, no less, it's exactly the same number. All right, the same number. And the market actually after that found strength. Then after that, someone was basically thinking about this clothing. Then I said, no, should you buy? And of course, now it's making a lot of more money. So this basically tells you that the market, when it hit all our pivot point, it's going to be very exciting for all traders. So watch out for this, yeah. All the pivots today and tomorrow and next time, please, if you happen to see them, utilize them properly. Okay. All right. So that is the Nasdaq for you. Someone want me to show silver? Okay, sure. Silver coming up. Silver is still red candle. Silver is still red candle. Silver still have the KSI red. So there's no big shark coming in to buy at the moment. So the first support likely will be 79,000 itself. All right. So somewhere around 79,000. If really can, just wait for a while. And if the market can come down here, the next possible cut will be the support over here. And when that happens, it's about to this. It's going to be not a very nice number. It's only $2. Yeah. So for silver, because below pivot 2, below OP today is a sell. So people who buy, you just need to be careful. If it goes up, it will be yellow candle, and then you have a buy, right? Not now, do not buy now, yeah? Okay, clear? All right, so that is for silver. Sorry, a bit noisy over my side here, yeah? Apology. Now this is Bitcoin, and you can see Bitcoin still continue to slide. It went up to 72,000. And then I told you guys to be very careful. I said, I believe Bitcoin will go down again. And now it's at 67,000. So you're up by 4,000 point already. But you will say, Cal, but the KSI is green. It's very wrong, right? Now the KSI green means there's a lot of people still buying because they're not giving up still. All right, but the thing is the price is coming down. So assume that all these people have been buying and plus the whole world all been buying. Guess what? The liquidity will be a lot, right? Sufficient, right? So the boys will dump it down so that the liquidity can come back in again. All right, so that is how I see it. So for silver, I think it has to go down again to maybe about 63,000. I think that would be a good support level for this Bitcoin for a short moment. All right, if it goes there, watch out for signal or buying. If not, don't do. Yeah, something very, very important. Okay. All right, so that it will be all for today. Thank you for coming in. Oh, Nikkei, yes, right. I forgot Nikkei. Yeah, apology. Nikkei, yes, this is Nikkei. Nikkei, although is at a record level where we have some resistance there at 58,235. It has been blocking the market for the last few days, even though it used by per day basis. But overall, you can see that it has been blocking. All right, it's been basically telling, can't go in. So the thing is this, I believe that Bitcoin, this Nasdaq, this Nikkei will pull back a little bit to 57,204 very soon today. That is her life. And then after that, if the market can stay above the 57,000, still not too bad. But if the market loses 57,000, we may see it coming down all the way to the MA30. Okay, so this one you need to be very careful. Now, why is the Nikkei going up? As again, because the yen has been depreciating against the dollar. Okay, so that is whereby people have to believe that maybe you can borrow more yen before the central bank change their plan. And even if you have plan, the plan itself is 1-2%, it's still within reasonable. Yeah. So that is the reason why people are pulling the funds out and then dumping into the equity market. That is what's happening over here. All right, guys, thank you very much for today. Coming in. This is Cal signing off. Take care and have a great day. Bye-bye.